Hello, 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 citizens of the Writer's Corner podcast. Welcome to episode 45. We are here with a brand new episode after a few weeks of being on hiatus. It's been a rough few weeks in my personal life that kind of prevented me from doing the podcast. I appreciate you guys hanging in there and, uh, you know, being so supportive on social media. And for those of you who reached out, I really appreciate the support you guys have shown me. Um, but we are back with episode 45 finally, and I'm going to be discussing the long talked about topic of the benefits of writing fan fiction. Now, real quick update on Lexington and Fifth. We are approaching the halfway point of the story, which is chapter 26. I believe this week is chapter 25. But I'm going to be uploading a brand new trailer that kind of previews what the story is about a little bit. And it's going to be going up on my YouTube channel, Avina Vlogs, on Friday. So if you guys are listening to this on Wednesday, it's going to be going up Friday, which is, let me see the date. It is the 24th. So on Friday the 24th, brand new Lexington and Fifth trailer is going up on my YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. Now, the main topic of today is what the benefits of writing fan fiction are. And, before I really knew anything about it, I always kind of assumed fan fiction was, something that you read YouTubers talking about when kids write fan fiction about their lives and everything, but fan fiction is a lot more broader, is what I should say. And it's actually a really well-established writing tool that authors can help not only build their audience, but can improve their own writing because of it. So today I'm going to give you 6 talking points that I think help, make writing fan fiction a very helpful, beneficial thing. Especially for us, budding authors out there trying to get our own work out there, writing fan fiction can be a great, great experience. The first thing I want to talk about is exploring the established worlds from your own viewpoint. I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different examples, but one fan fiction I'm going to be writing is involving Marvel Comics and the crossover with the horror genre, which is going to include the Xenomorph from the Alien series. Both those worlds, the Alien franchise and the Marvel Universe, have some incredibly well-established backgrounds, some huge histories with the characters. The characters themselves are so vast and well known that there's endless possibilities for story, and coming into the world as a fan, you already know things you yourself would love to see, and I guarantee you that if you want to see them written out and played out in this fan fiction world, other fans of the same things are going to want to see them too, which leads into my second notion. Writing fan fiction can help you reach whole new audiences. These fans of the properties, like fans of Marvel Comics or fans of the Ridley Scott Alien films, they love those franchises. They love them, and they are hungry to absorb any new story or information that involves these characters and these worlds. So writing fan fiction will already gain you a whole new audience if it's well written. Writing technique still has to apply. You have to write a really well thought out, really creative story. But if you do that, the audiences will already be there. There's no hard work to build a new audience. Which leads into my third point, audience appreciation. Because you're a fan of what you're writing, because you're writing something that you yourself watched, listened to, read, whatever it is you're doing a fan fiction of, You yourself are a fan. You know what you like, what you don't like, and what you've always wanted to see. And because of that, the other audience that you're writing for, they are going to want to see the same things and they're going to appreciate it. So, audience appreciation is a huge factor in writing fan fiction. The other thing is the familiarity with the characters themselves. As a fan of Marvel Comics, I know a great deal of history about characters such as Daredevil, Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, Captain America. All these characters have such vast, creative histories and backgrounds, and were involved in so many different storylines that there is an endless amount of possibility to use in your own story. Which leads to my fifth point. There are zero creative limitations. There are no creative limitations whatsoever when you're writing fan fiction. Sky's the limit. The worlds that you're diving into are infinite. And especially if you're writing something based on comic books, especially like DC Comics, there's the whole, infinite Earth scenario where there are multiple stories with different viewpoints. If you really think about it, stuff like the Marvel Unlimited universe or the Earth 2 universe of DC Comics, those are all kind of like fan fiction because they're based off original ideas, but with twists. And so there are no limits to what you could do with these fan fiction stories. And finally, with the fans that are already established in the audience, the added benefit of writing fan fiction, point 6, is that you have built-in communities already established. Whether they be social media, forum boards, email, whatever, even YouTube channels. There are a lot of people who dedicate their lives to these properties, to these worlds. And you dipping your toe into these worlds as a creative writer instead of just a fan is going to make a lot of people interested and hungry. You'll get good buzz, you'll get bad buzz, but people will talk about it. These communities have existed long before you wrote your fan fiction, and so when your new story comes into play, they're going to be dissecting it. They're going to be going into the writing itself, the direction you decided to take their favorite characters. These communities already exist, and they're going to be very, very hungry to gobble up any new story you write. So, those are the benefits of writing fan fiction. Thank you for listening to this short podcast this week. I appreciate all your support again. It's been a rough few weeks personally, and I appreciate you guys, being patient and hanging in there as I try and figure out how to, get back to normal life in a way. The Lexington and 5th update is going to be coming up, or not update, trailer. It's going to be going up on my YouTube channel on Friday, June 24th. And that's it. Next week's going to be episode 46. Thank you for listening to the podcast, guys. In the comments below, let me know what your fan fiction favorite is. What is your favorite fan fiction you've ever read, and why? If you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on YouTube, give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me if you did. And check out all our social media links down below in the description box. Also, hit that eye in the sky to see today's recommended videos, playlists, and more. If, however, you're listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes, thank you for listening. I know it's, like I said, it's been a rough few weeks, so I haven't put up the last 2 episodes yet. But as of this podcast, they will be going up. If you guys liked the podcast this week and would like to hear more, leave a review. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like us to touch on next week, and how we can improve the podcast so you enjoy it. And also leave your comments in the review section answering the question, what is your favorite fan fiction? And also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to us on SoundCloud and iTunes. That means so much to us if you did. And we hope to continue to bring you some fantastic writing-related episodes of the Writer's Corner podcast. Thank you for listening in, guys, and we will see you next week for episode 46 of the Writer's Corner podcast. This is your host, author Anthony Avina, signing out. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.